Hoi! Come, come, come! Gulab jamun, barfi, rasgulla, jalebi! How beautiful and wonderful is the morning of Eid! The trees look greener, the fields more festive, the sky has a lovely pink glow. Look at the sun! It comes up brighter and more dazzling than ever before to wish the world a very happy Eid. It begins to get crowded. Parties heading to the mosque. They are coming from towns and from different parts. Each one dressed better than the other. The prayer is over. The men embrace each other. They will descend on the sweets and toy vendor stores like an army moving to an assault. In this matter, grown up and small ones, no less eager than the boys. Gulab jamun, barfi, jalebi. Oh, boy! Moo, moo, moo! My God, that boy nearly ran over the car. For village children, everything in the town is strange. Whatever catches their eyes, they stand and gape at it and wonder. Cars hoot frantically to get them out of the way. Oi! Come here. What's your name? A child. What's your name, child? Hamid? Okay, Hamid. Be careful. Are you alone? Oh, okay. Okay. So, with whom did you come? Oh, okay. Then be with your neighbors and friends. Go. Go now. Be careful. Be with them. Gulab jamun, rasgulla, all homemade sweets. I asked all about him. He is Hamid. He is only 4 years old, poorly dressed, thin and Flemish looking. His father died last year of cholera, it seems. Then his mother also fell ill, and without anyone finding out what had ailed her, she also died. Hamid sleeps in her granny Amina's lap, it seems, and he is as happy as a lark. She tells him that his father has gone to earn money and will return with sack loads of silver, and that his mother had gone to heaven to get lovely gifts for him. This made Hamid very happy. Poor child. He has no shoes on his feet. The cap on his head is soiled and tattered. Its gold thread has turned black. Nevertheless, he is happy. He knows that when his father comes back with a sack full of silver and his mother with the gifts, he will be able to fulfill all his heart's desire. Then he will have more money than his friends. The boys are more excited than the others. Their pockets bulge with coins like stomach of pot-bellied Kubera. They are forever taking the treasures out of their pockets, counting and recounting it before putting it back. Now out of this countless hoard, they will buy countless things, all toys and sweets and paper pipes and rubber balls and what not, much else. Look, there is a swing. Pay a price and enjoy riding to the heavens and then descending down to the earth. And there is a roundabout with wooden elephants, horses and camels. Pay the money and have a round of fun. Mahmoud and Mohsin and Noori and other boys mount the horses and camels. Hamid watches them from a distance. All he had are 3 pies. He couldn't afford to part with a third of his treasures for a few miserable rounds. They're finished with the roundabouts. Now it's time for the toys. There is a row of stalls on one side with all kinds of toys. Soldiers and milkmaids, kings and minsters, water carriers and washerwomen and holy men. Splendid display. Hamid's friend Mahmoud bought a police in khaki with a red turban and a gun. Another friend, Mohsin, bought a water carrier and Noori bought a lawyer. It cost 2 paise each and Hamid had only 3. He cannot afford to waste it. That too, toys might break if dropped or lose color if a drop of water fell on it. but he wanted to hold them for a few minutes. Now come the sweet vendor's shop. Oh, come. Gulab jamuns, barfi, rasgulla, and I have a variety of Himachali sweets. Himachali sweets? Yes, the sweets of Himachal Pradesh. Which are the sweets of Himachal Pradesh? Find it out. All are enjoying the sweets, but Hamid did not. There were some hardware shops and jewelry shops next to the sweet shop, but the children were not interested in it, so they walked past. But Hamid stayed. He thought of his grandmother. She didn't have a pair of tongs, and whenever she cooked roti, her hands were burned by the iron pan. He thought of buying those tongs for her as she would never burn a finger while cooking. So Hamid wanted to buy a pair of tongs and he asked the shopkeeper how much it costs. The shopkeeper said it's not for a small child like Hamid. And Hamid insisted whether it is for sale or not. Shopkeeper was rude and he said, yes, it is for sale and it costs 6 paisa. 6 paisa. Hamid was disappointed. The shopkeeper agreed for 5 paisa and said Hamid to take it or leave. Hamid asked for 3 paisa. Can I get it for 3 paise? And then he kept walking without even standing there, thinking that the shopkeeper might scold him. I felt very sorry for the boy and I told the shopkeeper, hey man, why can't you give it for him for 3 paise? And the shopkeeper called Hamid back. He did not scream at Hamid and he gave him the tongs. Hamid was happy about his choice and wanted to show it to his friends. He put the pair of tongs on his shoulder like a gun for everyone to see. Mohsin laughed at him and asked him if he was mad. And what will you do with the tongs, man? Hamid quickly threw the tongs on the ground and replied, asking him to throw the water carrier on the ground and see if it is breaking or not. Mahmoud was a bit surprised, saying, if tongs also a type of toy? Hamid happily replied that if he keeps the tong on his shoulder, it appears as a gun, or it can be used as a musical instrument used by the singing monks. He compared the tongs with a tiger. A tiger is superior among all the animals, and his tongs are superior than all the toys. Sami wanted to exchange the tambourine with Hamid's tongs, which was of 8 paisa. Hamid was not interested in exchanging as everybody wanted a pair of tongs. They couldn't buy a new one because whatever they had, they already spent on sweets and toys and roundabouts. By 11 o'clock again, the entire village was in eagerness as those who went to the fair came back, including Hamid. Grandmother Amina was very happy to see Hamid. She hugged and kissed him. She saw the tongs in Hamid's hand and asked about it, the cost of it. He told her that he bought them for 3 paisa. Grandmother was worried that Hamid had left long back. He did not eat or drink from that time and asked why he didn't buy anything to eat instead of these tongs. Hamid said that he bought the tongs for her so that she would not burn her hands anymore while cooking. Grandmother was so touched by the concern of a 4-year-old child. For her, it was the most precious thing than a bag of silver. How about you all? It's always good to give care and concern for our parents and grandparents. Today, you're going to do something to make your father and mother happy at home. If you have your grandparents at home, give them a passionate kiss and tell them, I love you, grandfather, and I love you, grandmother. And see the beautiful smile on their face. Play with your younger ones. Cut jokes with your elder ones. And at night, before going to bed, write it in your diary. Click a photograph and send it to me, the diary entry of this day. So shall we wind up the class for the day? We'll see in another class with another topic. Till then, bye-bye.